A cross-dressing self-love story. In my late 30s, I've learned enough about life to finally choose myself first, without approval, without validation, without fear. This time, I choose self-care. I choose self-love. Because real happiness isn't given by the world, it's created from within. And tonight, I will live it, fully, beautifully, unapologetically. And tonight, I will, because I can. Picture this. Friday evening. The weight of another demanding week finally lifting from my shoulders like a heavy coat I can finally take off. The house is quiet, the world outside is settling into weekend rhythms, and for the first time in days, I can hear my own thoughts clearly. This was my mindset shift, choosing joy over stress, freedom over hesitation, authenticity over conformity. In other words, I choose self-love, and every time I choose self-love, I win. And so I decided this weekend would be different. You know that feeling when you realize you've been holding your breath for days? That moment when you finally exhale and remember what it feels like to simply be? That's where I found myself that Friday evening. The exhaustion of endless meetings, deadlines, and the constant noise of daily life began melting away like snow in spring sunshine. Each breath felt deeper, each moment more present. This wasn't just the end of another week. This was the beginning of something I had been craving without even realizing it. For too long, I had been living for everyone else's schedule, everyone else's expectations. But standing there in my own space, I felt a familiar spark igniting, the anticipation of doing something purely for myself, not out of obligation, not for approval, but simply because it would bring me joy. What I didn't realize was just how deeply this choice would transform my night. It all began in front of my wardrobe. My wardrobe stands before me like a treasure chest of possibilities. Each piece hanging there holds memories, emotions, moments of joy I've collected over time. My fingers trace along the fabrics, silk that whispers stories of elegance, cotton that speaks of comfort, denim that promises adventure. There's something almost sacred about this selection process. It's not just choosing clothes, it's choosing how I want to feel, how I want to move through the world tonight. My eyes are drawn to a combination that speaks to both comfort and style. A soft pink crop top that whispers of gentle confidence, paired with distressed denim shorts that hint at playful rebellion. The pink is delicate yet bold, unapologetically feminine in its softness. I lift the crop top from its place and feel the fabric between my fingers. Smooth, stretchy, promising both comfort and a flattering fit. This isn't just clothing. It's an expression of the youthful spirit that refuses to be dimmed by age or expectation. Slipping into the pink top, I feel it settle perfectly across my torso, the crop length creating a silhouette that's both modern and timeless. The soft pink against my skin feels like wearing confidence itself, gentle but undeniable. The crop top isn't about pretending to be younger, it's about honoring the youthful spark in me that refuses to fade, no matter my age. At nearly 40, choosing this top is less about fashion rules and more about joy, playfulness, and living authentically. Next come the denim shorts, distressed in just the right places, sitting high on my waist, the perfect balance of edgy and elegant. As I adjust them, feeling how they hug my curves, I sense something shift inside me. This is authentically me, not the version the world expects, but the version my heart recognizes. I am enough, exactly as I am, in this moment, in this outfit. But the top and shorts were only the beginning. The transformation was far from complete. Next comes the leather blazer, my secret weapon. It's soft yet structured, adding sophistication to balance the playful casualness of the crop top and shorts. This blazer represents the maturity I've earned, the confidence I've built, the strength I've discovered in embracing all parts of myself. As I slip my arms into the sleeves, I feel like I'm putting on armor, not to protect myself from the world, but to confidently face it. But there's one more essential element that will complete this look, something that will add drama and confidence to every step I take. The opaque pantyhose slides on like a second skin, adding elegance and completing the silhouette. The thigh-high boots slide up my legs like liquid confidence. Black, sleek, reaching just above my knees, they transform the entire outfit from cute to commanding. These boots don't just complete the look, they elevate it, adding an edge that says I'm not just comfortable in my own skin, I'm powerful in it. With each piece, I'm not just getting dressed, I'm assembling the external expression of my internal joy. Yet transformation doesn't end in the mirror. It comes alive when you step into the world. I wasn't just dressed, I was transformed. Transformed. Because I dared to choose myself. Because I can. There's something deeply therapeutic about the makeup ritual. Each step is a meditation, a gentle conversation with myself in the mirror. This isn't about hiding or changing who I am. It's about highlighting the beauty that's already there. I begin with foundation, not to mask anything, but to create a smooth canvas. As I blend it across my skin, I feel like I'm smoothing out the rough edges of the week's stress, creating space for joy to shine through. The concealer goes under my eyes, erasing the evidence of late nights and early mornings. But more than covering tiredness, it feels like I'm brightening my own light, making room for the sparkle I know is waiting. Soft brown eyeliner comes next, applied with steady hands that have learned patience over the years. Each stroke defines not just my eyes, but my confidence. I'm not trying to be someone else. I'm becoming more myself with every gentle line. A touch of mascara opens up my eyes, making them appear larger, more expressive. In the mirror, I see someone who is fully present, fully alive, ready to meet the world with genuine warmth. And then, the red lipstick. This isn't just any red, it's the exact shade that makes my heart sing. As I apply it carefully, watching my reflection transform, I feel the final spark of joy igniting. Red lips are a declaration. I am here, I am beautiful, I am unafraid to be seen. I am enough. I am more than enough. My hair comes next, styled neatly but not severely. Each strand finds its place naturally, reflecting the care I'm giving myself. This isn't about perfection. It's about presenting myself with love and attention. Standing back from the mirror, I take it all in. The woman looking back at me is radiant, not because of the makeup or the clothes, but because of the joy emanating from within. The pink top, denim shorts, thigh-high boots, and blazer create a look that's both playful and powerful, youthful yet sophisticated. I offer my reflection a quiet smile of satisfaction, of recognition, of deep, genuine self-love. But the real test of this joy wasn't in the mirror. It was waiting outside. The simple act of stepping out the door carries weight tonight. Not the weight of fear or anxiety, but the satisfying weight of authentic choice. I'm not sneaking out or hurrying past neighbors. I'm walking with calm pride, my thigh-high boots clicking a confident rhythm on the pavement. Every step whisper, I will, because I can. The evening air greets me like an old friend. It's crisp but not cold, filled with the promise of weekend freedom. Each step forward feels deliberate, purposeful. This isn't about proving anything to anyone. It's about honoring a promise I made to myself. The sound of my boots creates a bold percussion against the sidewalk, and I find myself smiling at the empowering feeling of it. There's something transformative about walking confidently in your own skin, wearing your joy like a crown only you can see. As I make my way through the neighborhood, I'm struck by how different the world looks when you're moving through it as your authentic self. The streetlights seem warmer. The evening sounds more musical. The very air feels more welcoming. This isn't about anyone else's journey. It's about mine. Tonight, I'm not the tired professional, the stressed adult with endless responsibilities. Tonight, I'm someone who chooses joy, who embraces beauty, who refuses to shrink to make others comfortable. As I approached the resort, I could already feel the energy waiting for me. I took a breath, steadied my stride, and pushed the door open, ready for whatever awaited inside. The resort emerges before me like something from a dream, warm lights spilling from windows, the gentle hum of conversation and laughter carried on the evening breeze, the subtle pulse of music that promises connection and joy. As I approach the entrance, I pause for just a moment, not from fear, but from anticipation. This is it, the moment where my private joy meets the public world. I step inside. The lobby is elegant but welcoming, filled with people enjoying their evening in their own ways. And as I enter this space, head held high, pink top catching the light, boots clicking confidently, I notice the reactions. There are glances, certainly. Some curious, some admiring, some perhaps wondering. But what strikes me most is not what I expected. There's no hostility, no judgment loud enough to matter. Instead, there's something beautiful happening. And in that moment, I realized this night was about to become something unforgettable. A woman at the bar catches my eye and offers a genuine smile. A couple near the lounge area nods approvingly at my bold yet elegant outfit. The hostess greets me with the same warmth she offers everyone else, and in that moment I realized I am enough. The judgmental people, if they're there, keep their opinions to themselves, and I realize I don't particularly care what they think anyway. This is what confidence feels like. Not the absence of judgment, but the presence of something stronger than judgment. Self-love. I make my way to the bar and order a drink. As I wait, a friendly conversation begins with the person beside me. We talk about the music, the ambiance, the beauty of the evening. They compliment my unique style, the way the feminine crop top contrasts with the edgy boots, how the blazer ties it all together. I thank them genuinely, not desperately, not as if I needed their approval, but as one person appreciating another's kindness. For the next few hours, I exist in a space of pure presence. I sip my drink slowly, savoring both the taste and the moment. I engage in conversations that flow naturally, laugh at jokes that genuinely amuse me, and share observations about the evening with the ease of someone completely comfortable in their own skin. People ask about my style, my confidence, my joy, and I answer honestly. This isn't costume or performance. This is me, finally free to be all of who I am without apology. For the first time in a long time, I wasn't thinking about how I looked. I was simply enjoying who I was. That's what self-love feels like. That's why I choose it again and again. But the most profound realization of the night was still to come. Sitting there in that beautiful space, surrounded by the gentle buzz of human connection, I found myself overwhelmed by a profound realization. In my late 30s, I've finally understood and experienced what they mean when they say happiness comes from within. This joy I'm feeling, it isn't dependent on whether people approve of my crop top and boots or understand my choices. It isn't contingent on perfect reactions or universal acceptance. I think about my younger self, so concerned with fitting in, with not making waves, with earning approval from people whose opinions ultimately didn't matter. That version of me lived in constant negotiation with the world, always adjusting, always apologizing for taking up space. There have been voices, some from outside, some unfortunately from within, that have told me I shouldn't dress this way, shouldn't express myself this way, shouldn't take up space in this way. But sitting here tonight, feeling genuinely happy, I'm glad I stopped listening to those voices a long time ago. All my life, I've wanted to go out dressed beautifully, to honor the part of myself that finds joy in elegance, in femininity, in the artistry of self-expression. Tonight, I'm not just wearing an outfit, I'm wearing my truth. My truth is simple. I am enough, and I will, because I can. And in embracing my truth, I uncovered something even deeper. This transformation isn't about rebellion or proving anyone wrong. It's about something far more powerful. It's about love. Self-love so deep and genuine that it radiates outward, touching everyone I encounter with its warmth. The joy I'm feeling isn't just about the pink top, or the thigh-high boots, or the evening out. It's about being unafraid to live fully, to embrace all parts of myself, to show up in the world as I truly am. As the evening draws to a close and I prepare to head home, I carry with me something precious, a deep sense of completion, of promises kept to myself. Walking back through the night air, I feel different than when I arrived, not because anything external has changed, but because I've proven something to myself, that joy is a choice, that authenticity is a gift we give ourselves, and that self-love is the most radical act of all. This wasn't about proving anyone wrong. It wasn't about courage or rebellion. It was about love, self-love. And on this night, I gave myself the freedom to shine. If you're listening to this and recognizing something in your own heart, some part of yourself you've been hesitant to embrace, some joy you've been afraid to claim, I want you to know this. You deserve to live fully. You deserve to honor all parts of who you are. You deserve to choose yourself first. The world will have its opinions, but your joy doesn't need their permission. In my late 30s, I've learned that the most beautiful thing we can do is love ourselves enough to live authentically. Tonight was my reminder of that truth, because when you finally learn to love yourself, tomorrow stops being something to fear, and become something to look forward to. I choose self-care. I choose self-love. I am enough, and I will, because I can. And tomorrow? Tomorrow I'll wake up knowing that I am enough, exactly as I am, in all the ways I choose to be. Because in my late 30s, I no longer measure my worth by the world's rules. I measure it by the love I give myself. And that's why I will, because I can. The end.
The Gender Diary exists to light that path with shared stories. Whether you found connection in this narrative, you're on your own journey of gender exploration, or you're here seeking understanding, your subscription fuels our mission. Every subscriber empowers us to keep illuminating these authentic experiences for our community. Kindly drop a comment below. Your voice adds to the tapestry of experiences that makes this space meaningful. Until our next story unfolds.